Some other championship results to tell you about. These ones on the political side. We have results in all 5 by-elections being held in Calgary, the Toronto area, Ottawa and Montreal, and no huge surprises. Conservative Bob Benzin won the Alberta riding of Calgary Heritage. The riding used to belong to former Prime Minister Stephen Harper. The Conservatives were expected to hold on to that seat. In Calgary, Minnepoor, Conservative Stephanie Kuzy took the top spot. The riding was previously held by former Conservative Cabinet Minister Jason Kenney, who now leads the Alberta PC party. That seat was also considered a safe bet for the Conservatives. In Ontario, the Liberals retain Markham Thornhill. Their candidate, Mary Ng, has a close working relationship with Prime Minister Justin Trudeau as his Director of Appointments. She succeeds John McCallum in the Toronto area seat. In the Ottawa-Vanier riding, Liberal Mona Fortier took that seat. She becomes the first woman to represent the riding. Fortier will take over from the late Maurille Bélanger. To Quebec's riding of Saint-Laurent, where the Liberals have easily retained the seat, Emmanuela Lambropoulos, a clear winner with over 50% of the votes. The 26-year-old will fill the seat vacated by Stéphane Dion. CTV's political analyst Scott Reid and Toronto Sun editor Adrienne Batra join us once again. No surprises, Adrienne.
No, none at all. It's exactly what we expected to happen. I think the only surprise for me at this point was how overwhelming some of the voter turnout was. You saw the Calgary ridings, both for Ms. Kuzy and Benzin, in 12, 13,000 people getting out. So that's good. That's good for the Conservatives to say, hey, even though we know we're going to win, they're still pulling out their vote, and I think that's important. No surprise, of course, in what we saw in Ottawa, Markham, and in Montreal either. Mm-hmm. There was a bit of controversy with the nomination process in St. Laurent, but overwhelmingly, this young lady is going to be heading as the MP-elect into Parliament Hill. So it'll be interesting
26 years old.
Yeah, 26 years young. I mean, my goodness. But it'll be interesting to see how the dynamic is for her in caucus because, yes, she's very young, she's quite inexperienced, but she also won that nomination and now, of course, the riding in spite of, the Prime Minister having hand-chosen someone. So good for her, and congratulations to all of them.
I'm getting you to pick my lottery numbers this week because you were dead on. You were right.
Well, I mean, it wasn't that hard to predict, to be honest with you. We all knew that pretty well these ridings, unless something very strange happened, were going to be held by the incumbents, so the Conservatives in Calgary and then the Liberals in the rest of the country. A couple of quick things that jump out at me. I'm in a slightly different perspective than Adrienne. I actually think if you look at these voter turnout numbers, they're dismal. It's 15% to 20% in terms of the turnout of registered voters. I think that's pretty low, even by the standards of by-elections. So there's no enthusiasm for it. And that probably benefited both of the incumbent parties in the sense that people said, look, I'm not all wound up. I'm not out there to stop somebody. I'm not out there to express my protest by way of vote. The other thing, 4 out of 5 of these. Okay. Well,
those aren't too bad. I mean, the higher numbers were out in Calgary.
I guess I was looking at older numbers.
That's what you said. I mean, at the beginning of the evening, you said that this is roughly what we would get. I mean, it shows
those are good numbers. It's higher than what it normally is, Scott. It's generally 20, maybe 25%. Yeah. So 39, 37% for the ridings out west. That's pretty extraordinary.
I was looking at old data. Obviously.
I think that is it's a good thing for both incumbent parties, but. This is bad news night for the NDP. Let's if you take one sort of top line out of all of this.
Not a dent.
This is a pathetic showing for the NDP, and that's really something that they're going to have to think about come tomorrow.
Does what's happening on the NDP provincial level, does that affect them in Alberta a little bit?
I don't think so, because then we can make the same argument for the Ontario ridings because of the poor performance of the Ontario Liberals. But I think that it didn't matter if Rachel Notley, the NDP Premier in Alberta, if she was at a very high approval rating, if the economy was humming, those 2 seats were still going Tory no matter what.
How do you think the different caucuses in Ottawa are going to spin this?
Well, I think they're going to demonstrate that they're going to argue, look, we're quite satisfied with the results, except for the NDP, which I'll come back to. But for the Liberals, they can say, listen, obviously, there's not a great appetite for change in the country. People are pretty satisfied with the general direction. For the Conservatives, you say, look, we actually returned our seats. Obviously, our vote total held up. We're doing pretty well. We're on the right track. We get a new leader. Maybe we got a real shot at these guys. The NDP are going to take some stock and say, you know what, man, we have got to get a little jazz going here. We got to get on the TV, man. We got to get noticed and interesting and attract some music, because right now they're barely hanging on with the pulse. They're not part of the discussion, and that probably is a reflection of the fact that, you know, they've got a leader that's already been kicked out by their own party, but he's still hanging around. There's not a lot of jazz around the leadership race. They got to fix that between now and October. One last point, 4 to 5 of the new members of Parliament are women, so that's something.
Absolutely. That battle in St. Laurent, I mean, it was a big surprise that she walked away with the nomination. Does that potentially maybe hurt her come general election? I mean, doesn't she have some bridges to build in that riding, you think?
A little bit of work possibly, but look, she won the nomination, she won the riding. I don't think she's got too much to worry about. This thing's on cruise control for her. And unless something very strange happens in the next 3 years, the Liberals will be re-elected in the next general election, as they have been for the last number of elections there, and she's in the pole position.
So I guess I guess fear on the Conservative side.
No, I mean, look, I think this evening went as exactly how the Conservatives expected it to. They didn't lose much. In fact, they came in second place in St. Laurent. You know, a couple of thousand votes in a by-election is nothing to be ashamed of. But where you see they have to make some more inroads and they have to continue to gain support. They came in a decent second place in Markham, in Ontario. That is something that going into the general election, they will come up with sort of their target seats, you know, the ridings that they think that they can either take away from the Liberals or, you know, pick up whatever they can do. So those are the things that they'll be looking at. But we're going to be going into a provincial election in Ontario where we are likely going to see a very significant change in government. So the federal Conservatives would take some stock in that and say, well, now there may be opportunity for us in 2019.
30 seconds left, but the collective knowledge that the Parliament has lost with those members that have left, I mean, that's quite something.
Look, you see some well-known vets, including, of course, a former Prime Minister leaving Parliament today with this change in seats. It's a lot of institutional knowledge that goes by the by. On the other hand, it's a new day for the rookies.
Definitely is. Scott and Adrienne, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks.